Hi, this is Jeff Pospisil, the 10-Minute Treasurer with practical advice for improving your church's financial future. This is a continuation of my budgeting series, and I'm going to be talking about program ownership. So, budgeting for programs. And it's one of my beliefs that if there is a line that on your budget that doesn't have an owner, you either need to find an owner or get rid of it. So one of the things that reinforces my belief that every budget line needs an owner is this. This is the Mitchell Christian Cleanathon. And every year, the students and staff and volunteers go throughout the Mitchell's public areas and clean out the trash. So it's just amazing how easy it is for our public areas to get neglected and to accumulate trash, and nobody takes ownership of it, even myself. I mean, our kids, we've walked back and forth to the parks, and they've made the comment, man, I can't wait till the clean-a-thon so we can finally clean this up. We just don't take ownership. It's just something in us that makes us think that public thing is, that ownerless thing is somebody else's problem. Now compare that to the private properties. You know, you walk through a normal neighborhood and most of the front yards are clear of trash. And in fact, the ones that are most likely to have trash or some kind of a mess in front of them would be those that are rental properties where the owner's not living there. So it just reinforces my idea that if you want somebody to really take care of something, then there needs to be ownership. You build ownership within the church budget. That's the tough thing, because a lot of times you'll see a finance committee or a treasurer just create the budget and then there's no ownership behind it. The first step is let's go ahead and logically group those expenses around our certain ministries. So if you already have a youth ministry or a youth pastor, what are those youth expenses? You know, what are the trustees' expenses? If you have a missions committee, what are those expenses? Same with worship. Let's logically group those. And if there is an existing, either it's a staff person or it's a committee that can oversee those, who is that? Let's go ahead and divvy those out. So the next thing you need to do is include them in the budget process. They need to help create the budget for the next year. Because like Randy Hedge said to me once, people support what they create. So if the finance committee or somebody else creates the budget for somebody else, they are not going to support it. They're not going to try to live into it, but they need to create the budget. And so the simplest thing is to give them a budget worksheet, give them the current year budget, historical data, and also it's beneficial to meet with the committee or the staff person that's creating the budget, whoever has the authority. Talk it over with them, make sure that they understand it. If there's any of the budget lines that maybe the name is out of date, let's update it. If there's stuff that needs to be split, let's talk that over. One of the things that I wish I would have done is set the bottom line for people ahead of time. You know, if I knew that every program needed to take a little bit of a cut and put $15,000 down, that provides a lot of freedom knowing what your boundary is. You don't have to be so apprehensive when you're trying to guess, well, is this going to make them happy or not? No, 15,000 is yours. How would you spend $15,000 if you had to spend it in any way you wanted? And then if they have a ministry expansion request is what I'm calling it here. So like in 2013, they expanded to include camp scholarships out of the budget. And that was an expansion. They had to bring that forward to the board. The board had to approve it. And that is a proper way to do that. If you're going to increase that bottom line significantly over and above what you were given for a bottom line, bring that to the board, let the board vote on it. Is this a direction we want to support and want to affirm? So, last thing that will help build ownership is people need a monthly report, or at least a regular report. I would encourage a monthly report, just like a monthly checking bank statement. Give them their report, let them see how they're doing, what their expenses were for that month, what it is year to date, and how it compares to the budget. You know, that will also help build ownership if you are reporting that to them. All right, I think that finishes it. So again, this is a ministry of the Finance Office of the Dakotas Conference of the United Methodist Church, as well as the Dakotas United Methodist Foundation. You can find a lot more stuff at www.dakotasumc.org. And again, I just want to encourage you, if this has been helpful, share, like, subscribe, whatever, all that good stuff. So, all right, till next time.